Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is Bruno. Today we've been given an opportunity. It's a last-minute opportunity, so unfortunately I'm not going to be able to bring you a driving portion to this, even though I will bring you the reaction of my driving and just kind of go through that. Today we are at Georgian Chevrolet in Barrie, Ontario, and they have been kind enough to lend us this 2021 C8 Corvette. Now this is a 2LT model, absolutely beautiful. They've just taken it in on trade with approximately 11,000 kilometers. Now they've been kind enough to give us the keys and a set of plates to take this for a little spin and get our reaction. Now, first reaction, you can see that it's absolutely in a beautiful red with the carbon flash accents, and it has a custom set of wheels, Braylon wheels on it. Absolutely beautiful drive if you've never driven one, and today was the first day I've had an opportunity to drive a C8. I've had a C6 convertible in the past, and a very different driving vehicle, this C8. But I thought, let's take a look at some of the features of the C8. I know there's a ton of videos out there on them, but we thought we'd bring you, our viewers, this opportunity. Now, what I love about the C8, we're shooting this in director's view, as we weren't actually expecting. We were down here as we do some business with Georgian Chevrolet, and the car happened to be here and they gave us the keys to take a run, so I don't have all my traditional camera equipment, so we're actually shooting this on our Samsung Galaxy S22 in the director's views. But let's show you a few great features on the outside. The body style is absolutely fantastic. Of course, you have your removable top here, and what's phenomenal about the C8 Coupe is that you can actually peer in, see that engine, and really hear it. It really comes to life overall. Now, up front, we have this great frunk. And so we've just, double clicked on the remote, lift it up. We have a ton of storage space down front here. So you can get a lot of goods. You could actually get about two carry-on to mid-size luggage in there for a nice little road trip. Now, as we make our way around back, the C8 was designed in mind that you could take this car out, drive it as a daily driver, and be able to get 2 golf clubs in the trunk here in the back. Now, you also have really good access to the engine overall. This is a 6.2 liter V8 mated to a DCT transmission, so that dual clutch, I can tell you from my drive, was absolutely phenomenal to drive. As I mentioned, the carbon flash accents. As we take a walk to sit in the car, right, you have these beautiful red seats inside. It's a red dip to match the actual vehicle itself, and you're greeted by this great Corvette graphic that comes up, and of course your center screen. Now everything is driver focused here. I know on YouTube there's been a lot of comments about these buttons and how they're here. I didn't actually find any issue with them. I was curious as to how easy they would be to access, and they're very easy to get to. Very quickly you become comfortable with them. Of course, we have our selector here for our modes, which makes it nice and easy, and we'll show you some of that. So let's just fire up this C8. I'm really impressed. The digital dash just comes up super quickly. It's very bright, very vibrant. Same with the Android Auto and your center screen here. It's very bright, easy to get to. very quick to navigate. I like the features like you have your camera button here, so even just sitting here we can actually see right in front of us. If we're pulling up to the curb, you can just see the edge of the curb here. We can see all around. It's just a nice little feature. We can select our rear camera, and that just, you know, gives us that little bit of extra comfort because the Corvette is so low. Now, as I mentioned, our mode button here, we can select by turning it. You have track mode, which then changes the screen. You can switch over, let's go back, there's a sport mode, which will change our gauges accordingly. Touring setting. And then you have my mode, which you'd be able to customize how your screen actually looks. The fit and finish inside is fantastic. You know, GM has done a great job on the overall fit and finish of this Corvette. The C7 was really great. My C6 had a little bit to be desired, but it was a fantastic performing car. But now the C8 has just taken this car to a complete new level. Now, I also like, I'll try to capture it here. It's a little harder to see on camera. It looks like it's flashing, but you have the heads-up display right here in front of us, and that way it's always projected in front of you. Leather wrapped steering wheel and all the toys. Absolutely beautiful sound out of this engine, and of course, being the 6.2 liter, lots of power. Now I'm gonna just turn that engine off, and let's just briefly talk a few minutes about the drive. What's really noticeable is the road handling and the holding power of this C8 Corvette. And I'm going to pop out so we can talk a little more while we look at the car. You know, beautiful Stingray emblem right on our door sill, Bose speakers. And again, you look at the fit and finish here is just spectacular. Now, road handling, it's absolutely a beautiful car. Feels very different than a C6 or a C7. You can feel that weight in the back and the traction it gives to the tires. And when I say feel the weight, the presence that when you give a bit of gas, you can actually feel those tires grip right away. You feel yourself placed into the seat and you go. The difference is that in a C6, a C7, a front engine Corvette, when you give it a little bit of gas, the vehicle actually squats down in the back, which causes the front to lift. And for a few split seconds, you get a little bit lighter steering feel in the car. In the C8, you do not get that. When you give it a bit of gas, even just accelerating from a light and not giving it a lot of gas, just a regular acceleration, you can feel the rear tires bite, but you don't get that front lift, which means your steering wheels are always in contact with the road. When you go around a corner, it takes a bit of getting used to because it just pivots around the corner a little bit differently, but differently in a positive manner. It's more sure-footed than a front-engine car that would give you a little bit of push in that corner. You don't get that in the C8. So the road handling characteristics are definitely improved. Really great riding car overall. I just thought I would do this quick little video since we had this opportunity, bring you some of our feedback and our feeling of driving the C8. Now there's a number of these cars starting to hit the used markets, as there's still a lineup here in Canada to be able to get a brand new one, and you know, the wait lists are pretty long. Never mind Z06s at this time are about 3 years out if you manage to get yourself on a list. But there's a number of pre-owned low mileage cars coming up like this one, which will give the car enthusiast like myself the opportunity to get into a C8. So if you're looking for a sports car, something to definitely consider. Again, I'd like to thank Georgian Chevrolet for the opportunity to take this car out on a test drive, see how it handles, and to be able to bring you this video. Anyways, if you like the video, please click the like button. Check out our other videos. We'll try to bring you some more car reviews. We have a couple coming up on some slightly older, classic and fancier fancy cars, not fancier than this, fancy cars, as well a couple SUVs we're hoping to do in the near future. So check back soon to the channel. If you like the video, please click the like and the subscribe button. It'll help us to get more opportunities like this. Thanks everyone. Make sure you live life to the fullest each and every day.